together, and then we'll jump into our theme for the evening. So please join with me. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al sfirat haomer. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, who sanctifies us with your mitzvot and commands us to count the Omer. And we announce the day of the Omer in Hebrew, Hayom Chamisha Yamim LaOmer. Today is the 5th day of the Omer. So we are still in our theme of Shomer Adamah, of protecting the earth or caring for the land. And I think a lot of people have probably heard the quote from Breshit Rabbah from the Midrash on the creation story, where God walks Adam and Eve around the Garden of Eden and says to them, see how beautiful everything is. Be sure to take care of it, for if you don't, then there will be no one after you. There will be nothing after you to take care of. Meaning that even our the sages, our ancestors, even before they had words like climate change and environmental justice and all those things, they had a sense that the resources of our world are limited, and it's on us to both care for and to protect the beauty of our earth, so that we can have our planet not just for ourselves but for future generations. And so I know a lot of people are planting their gardens this time of year, and in that spirit of doing things, there are a lot of wonderful things that you can be planting, but in the spirit of sustainability and thinking about the future, I want to talk a little bit about native gardening and encourage you to think about that for your own garden. So according to the U.S. Department of Agriculture, they teach that gardening with native plants is really important, because they say that native plants are adapted to the local climate and soil conditions where they naturally occur, and though they can also provide nectar and pollen and seeds that serve as food for native butterflies, insects, birds, and other animals. And they say that unlike natives, common horticultural plants do not provide energetic rewards for their visitors and often require insect pest control to survive. So that's a huge reason why they really encourage native gardening, is because native plants do not require fertilizers and require fewer pesticides than lawns or other things. So I guess instead of, if you're planting your garden, instead of just going to the big box stores and seeing what's out there and what looks good, I want to encourage you to first do a little bit of research on what are some native plants to our area, and are there any that you could include in your planning. And so one really great resource is the Washington Native Plant Society. Their website is WNPS.org. Make sure I got that right. Yep. WNPS.org, Washington Native Plant Society. And they have a great resource with a whole directory of native plants that you can learn about. So I want to encourage you to check that out, include that in your planning. And if you're thinking about planting anything native, would love to hear about that. Please share. And I know there are a lot of people in our community that know a lot more about native gardening than I do. So I would love to hear from some folks who also have some more wisdom to share why it's important, why you do it, what resources you use when you're thinking about what you want to plant. So I look forward to continuing this conversation, look forward to hearing from you, and I hope you have a great night. Bye.